This has to be intentional. I mean, this has got to be intentional, right? What do they say the definition of insanity is? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? If that is the case, the mainstream media has got to be insane. Now, we already knew they were insane ideologically. I mean, this is the same media that was telling us to vote for a vice president who thought he and his wife could get pregnant at the same time. This is the same media who praised Leah Thomas as Woman of the Year. The same media that claimed Richard Levine was courageous because Dick woke up one morning and decided to become Rachel. After the election, after the vast majority of the country rejected their ideology, I thought we were going to see changes throughout the mainstream media. If I was running CNN, if I was running MSNBC, that's exactly what I would be doing. It's the only logical decision. If my views on YouTube declined by 50% one week, I wouldn't be too worried about it. It happens at times throughout the year. There are natural peaks and valleys. Hell, it's happening right now. If it was a 1 week occurrence, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. But if it happened 3 consecutive weeks, 4 consecutive weeks, if my views were declining for 2 months, if I had lost half of my audience, I would be looking for the problem. And you know where I would be looking for that problem? I would be looking directly in the mirror. I would be asking myself, what am I doing wrong? What did I do to alienate my audience? More importantly, what can I do to get them back? How can I get people to start watching me again? Unfortunately for those at CNN, MSNBC, that is not what they are doing. They're not changing their approach. They're not altering their programming to appeal to normal people. Leading up to the election, hell, throughout the entire year this year, I have been hearing about these supposed layoffs at the Cemetery News Network. There have been multiple reports throughout the year claiming that after the election, CNN would be keeping the undertaker in the woke cemetery busy. This was not going to be your typical layoff where CNN is letting go of the janitors, where CNN is saving money in the budget by terminating their garbage contract with the dump divers in the WNBA. According to reports, CNN was supposed to be firing on-air talent, the people that are responsible for sinking this Titanic. Here we are 4 weeks after the election. Not one person has been let go by CNN. Now, maybe they're just resistant to change. Maybe they are waiting until the holidays are over. Perhaps they wanted to make sure that Wolf Blitzer, woof, 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 perhaps they wanted to make sure Woof had enough woke welfare to keep the kibbles and bits supplied through the holiday season. I don't know why they are waiting. I don't know what is causing the hesitation at CNN. Hell, some of these people should have had their woke welfare expire years ago. What I do know is CNN is getting dangerously close to the point of no return, and their pretend friends at MSNBC, they're not far behind them. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Let's go and get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Fluffer Noggin. It's the holiday season, which means it's time for stuffing faces and arguing with family disgraces who watch the Yentas on The View. Over the next few weeks, you're going to be eating turkey, you're going to be eating ham, but one thing that sometimes gets overlooked during the holidays, the snacks. I've got the snacks covered for you this year with Fluffer Noggin. Now you're probably thinking, what the hell is a Fluffer Noggin? Fluffer Noggin produces craft beef jerky made with 100% organic brisket right here in America. You don't have to worry about consuming cows raised by Mahmoud on a farm halfway across the world. Fluffer Noggin's cows, they are bred and raised right here in the USA. Fluffer Noggin beef jerky is soft and tender, and it doesn't require the usual dental work after consumption to remove the tough pieces stuck in your teeth. Fluffer Noggin comes in a variety of flavors ranging from sweet, savory, spicy, sometimes all of the above. With Christmas right around the corner, Fluffernoggin would make the perfect stocking stuffer. Right now, they are offering two different specials. You can use my promo code BTL50 to receive 5 bags for $50, or BTL100 to receive 11 bags for $100. Both promo codes, both offers, they come with free shipping, so click the link in the description below. Elevate your snack game with Fluffernoggin today. Last week, CNN drew its smallest audience since June of 2001. We're talking the smallest audience since before 9/11. You know what I was doing in June of 2001? I was 16 years old going into my junior year of high school. We were looking for friendly gas stations for people my age at the time so we could load up on supplies to head to the beach. Most people working at CNN today, they weren't even old enough to work there in June of 2001. Andy Cooper back then was a rising star at CNN. Wolf Blitzer, he had just applied for Social Security and was looking forward to retirement. Last week, CNN averaged 268,000 viewers. Let that sink in. 268,000 viewers. The Big Three, the 3-on-3 basketball league owned by Ice Cube, it draws better ratings. Hell, the unknown players in the WNBA draw better ratings. You could put the Las Vegas Anonymous Faces on ESPN2 against the Phoenix Masculines. There would not be a player on that court that would be recognized in a one-photo lineup. And that meaningless game in the WNBA, it would eclipse 268,000 viewers. MSNBC wasn't much better. MSNBC wasn't drawing nothing like CNN, but it was almost nothing. Last week, MSNBC, 346,000 viewers. But the real concern for MSNBC, it's their ratings in prime time. KC, why aren't CNN's ratings concerning in prime time? Well, CNN has been struggling in prime time for years. Their ratings are so low, they can't get any lower. If CNN's primetime ratings got any lower, Nielsen wouldn't be able to measure them. Even though MSNBC has been absolutely repulsive the last few years, they have still managed to draw good ratings in prime time. Typically, MSNBC averages over 1 million viewers for their primetime lineup. Last week, they had that number down to a cool 465,000. To make matters worse, MSNBC ranked last place in the 25 to 54 demo. Last place! MSNBC was below CNN in the key demo. 29,000 people between the ages of 25 and 54 watched MSNBC in primetime last week. It was their worst week since 1997. That was damn near 30 years ago. That was decades before Uncle KC even became an uncle. Check out this list of networks that beat CNN and MSNBC in the ratings last week. Oxygen. What the hell is oxygen? I thought oxygen was something that we breathe. I thought oxygen was in short supply at The View because it's devoured by all the methane escaping the boodle of the whoopee cushion. I didn't know oxygen was a television network, but apparently it is because they beat CNN and MSNBC in the ratings last week. Nickelodeon, Hallmark, Mystery, MTV. MTV shows nothing but reruns of Rob Doofus 24 hours every day. Reruns of ridiculousness beat CNN and MSNBC. I know what some of you guys are thinking. KC, last week was Thanksgiving. It was a holiday. The stars at both networks were off work. That's why ratings were so low. Well, first of all, there are no stars at CNN. When unknowns like Caitlin Collins, Katie Woo! When unknowns like the Rue are off work, CNN, they just insert another unknown and no one knows the difference. The stars at MSNBC, they were working last week because the Wicked Weave Joy Reid, she preached her annual Thanksgiving sermon where she complained about the Pilgrims confiscating the land from the Guardians. Fox News, they didn't have a problem drawing ratings last week. Fox averaged 1.4 million viewers with 2 million in prime time. So, what the hell's going on here? Why does CNN, why does MSNBC continue to struggle while Fox remains the same or even better? Maybe, just maybe, the content offered at CNN and MSNBC is turning viewers away. I'm going to show you clips of CNN and MSNBC from this past week. One clip highlights the hypocrisy of the Wicked Weave. The second clip, it is someone from CNN. Like everyone else at CNN, I don't know who in the hell they are. Initially, I thought maybe they were a model for Just for Men, but then I heard their voice. Watch for yourself.
The presidential pardon was originally meant to grant the president the power to temper justice with mercy. It was not enshrined in our Constitution so that a dishonorable man could reward his criminal allies, friends, and family for their corrupt practices. I don't have a problem with Biden pardoning his son. He should have pardoned him. The crazies are coming, right? But to me, it's like pardon more.
Nobody has to provide this medication to adolescents. These are not doctors being forced to provide this medication. These are doctors who are wanting to treat their patients in the best way that they know how. These are young people who may have known since they were 2 years old exactly who they are, who suffered for 6-7 years before they had any relief.
Do I even need to explain why these networks are struggling? Explanation is simple. CNN, MSNBC, they are creating content that appeals to a microscopic portion of the population. For years, I have been saying that CNN was struggling because they lack star power. And for a while, that was true. But those days are long gone. Bringing in woke stars, that is not enough to save this Titanic from sinking. MSNBC's got plenty of woke stars, and they can't give away first-class tickets on the Bruise Caboose traveling to the Butt Bongo Festival. Both networks are past the point of star power being enough. Both CNN and MSNBC, they had to have massive changes from top to bottom. I've been saying it for years. The woke fungus is designed to destroy, and the fungus, it is doing exactly what it is supposed to do at CNN and MSNBC. The fungus has destroyed both of these networks from the inside out. All right, let me get out of here. I appreciate your patience today. I apologize if the content was below my usual standard. I put a lot of thought into these videos every day, and when I'm not feeling well, my mind just ain't working at 100%. If I'm feeling this way tomorrow, probably not going to upload anything. I've been feeling off all week, but today has been absolutely brutal. If I wake up tomorrow morning feeling like I am today, gonna see if a day of rest will get me back to at least 75%, because right now I am running on fumes. My brain is cooked. So if you don't see me tomorrow, that's why. In the meantime, give me your solution for CNN and MSNBC. What can be done to save these networks? I think the solution is obvious. You got to eradicate the fungus. I just don't know if they're going to be willing to do it. But give me your solution. Sound off in the comments below. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow.